Hi, I am Dhanya, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Applications. In this video, we will see how to get started using Microsoft PowerPoint. As you know, PowerPoint is a complete presentation graphics package. It gives you everything you need to produce a professional looking presentation. It is a powerful communication tool to present your views and ideas effectively using diagrams, photos, clip arts, sounds, designs, and animated special effects. Let's get started using PowerPoint. In the desktop or in the Start menu, under MS Office category, you can find PowerPoint. For making it easy, I have pinned it to my taskbar. I am here using PowerPoint 2010 version. If you have another version of PowerPoint, the basic functionalities remains the same. As PowerPoint is now opened up, we can see that by default, a blank presentation is opened. But if we prefer, we could select one of the different pre-made templates or styles available. For now, we will select the blank presentation. Let us take a look at the layout of the presentation that you are going to deal with. There are some terminologies that you should be familiar with. First, we have the tabs. Across the top, each of these File, Home, Insert, Design, Transitions, Animation, etc. are called tabs. When you press on these tabs, you can see a lot of tools which are arranged on a ribbon. Click on the Home tab and you will get a Home ribbon and you can get a whole lot of these tools. These tools are again grouped together according to the application. We have Clipboard group, Slides group, Phone group, Paragraph group, Drawing group, etc. In the Transition tab, we have Transition to the slide, Timing group, etc. Some of these groups have a launch button. The options which cannot be fit into a particular group are arranged in the launch button. By clicking on the launch button, you will get additional options. Now, let's have a look at the components of an actual presentation. Here on the screen, we have the current slide. It is slide number 1. This is meant to be your title slide. On the left side of the screen, we have the Slides tab, where you can see the preview of the thumbnail of your slides. To start editing the slide, click on the text boxes. Here you can see two text boxes. First one is to add title and the other to add the subtitle. Let us add something. To the subtitle text box, I am adding my name. We are done with the title slide, but it looks plain. So, as an alternative, go to the Design tab and you are provided with a set of design themes. By clicking on the down arrow, you will get more themes and you can even search for online themes. By moving the cursor over these themes, you will get a preview so that you can select an appropriate theme. Once you select a particular theme, it will get applied to your slide. Remember, you can do this step at any point of time. Let us select a theme and it gets applied to our slide. So, we are done with our slide 1. Now, we need to insert more slides to our presentation. There are a number of ways of doing this. One method is to go to the Home tab and on the slides group you can see new slide. Click on it. You will get a new slide. By default, the new slide will take on the layout and theme of the previous slide. On the slide group, you can see that if you click on the above part of the new slide, a new slide is inserted, and if you click on the arrow on the new slide, you will get a lot more options. You will get different types of slide layouts here. Slide with two contents, slide for comparison, slide with picture and caption, etc. Another way to add a new slide is to right click on the slide tab and select new slide. That is the easiest method. If you are to insert a slide in between two slides, select the slide after which you want a slide and right click and select new slide. If you want to delete a slide, simply select the slide and press the delete key on the keyboard. Or right click on the slide and select delete slide. Now let us add something to the second slide as well. As I am entering, you can see that by default the contents are added as bullets. Most people are using PowerPoint with a lot of text. That should not be done. It is meant to be a visual tool. Put a lot of text on the slide, you will surely lose the attention of your audience. So remember to put precise text on your slides. For adding visual elements, select the Insert tab. You have a lot of options there. Let us see some of them. To insert an image, click on Picture. Select the file location of your picture and click Insert. Some of the newer versions allow you to select pictures online. By clicking and dragging, we can reposition the image. And by clicking on the small squares and the small circles, we can resize the image. So let us add more pictures. I am adding more space in between the text so that the pictures can fit in. Let us bring more pictures. When you click on an image, you can see a green circle or a small circular arrow depending on the version. You can use that to select or rotate your image. Now we are done with two slides. Let us see how to present your slide. Select the first slide and press the slideshow button on the bottom part. This is the slideshow button. To move to the next slide, either you have to click the mouse or you can tap on the space bar or enter key or even the arrow keys. If you are using the arrow keys, to move forward, use right arrow or down key. To move backward, press up arrow or left key. You can also use a presenter remote. You can end your presentation by pressing the escape key on the upper left corner of the keyboard. We are back in the editing mode. We will have space restrictions if we stick on to the default themes. So if we want an image to be captioned, we need to insert a text box below the picture. In order to do that, let us bring in a picture. I am resizing it so that it fits in an appropriate position. To give a caption, under the Insert tab, select the text box option. Move the cursor to the place where you want your text to appear, click and drag. Type in the text. It is done. Now we will see how to make our presentation more ordered. For that, go to the Animation tab. Click on the Animation pane. Then the Animation pane opens on the right. To create animation, click on the item that you want to animate. It may be a picture or a text. Then you have a lot of options appearing in the animation group. As you move the cursor through each of these options, you can see the preview of the actions. Select an appropriate one. As a beginner, you can try out all of these. But if you want a professional touch, you should select Appear, Fade or something that is very subtle. Otherwise, it will distract your audience from the main points that you are presenting. Let us add the animations to the other pictures as well. Select the second image, select a style and repeat that for every other image. While doing this, you can see that in the animation pane, PowerPoint is creating an order for your presentation. After finishing your animation setup, let us again see what your presentation look like. Going for the slideshow, here comes our first slide. By clicking or tapping the key, our next slide comes. And as we advance, we can see each of our image that we animated coming in order. Again, to stop your presentation, click Escape. In addition to just adding animation and going on clicking or tapping, you can add timings to your animation so that the animations comes automatically after the set time. For that, to the timing group. Here you can see that animation gets started with a click. If you want, you may select with previous or after previous. Now let us select with previous. You may also put in some delays. Now in the animation pane, you can see that picture number 7 is going to appear with picture number 6. Let us see the slideshow again. So this is our first slide. To the second slide. You can see that the last image came along with the previous image. To end slideshow, press Escape key again. Let us see how to add headers and footers to your slides. To add header and footer to your slide, click on the Insert tab. Then on the header and footer option, the date and time and slide number buttons will bring up the same dialog box. Check the slide number to show the slide number. In the footer option, give your text. If you select apply, then it will get applied to your current slide only. If you select apply to all, then it will get applied to all the slides of this presentation. If you don't want this footer and slide numbers to get appeared on the first slide, select Don't Show on Title Slide option. Apply to all, then you can see that it will get applied to all slides. Here you can see that the footer appears here on this theme. If you want, you may select a different theme. Now the footer appears on the bottom itself. So as you can see, if we see the slideshow again, you can see the title slide does not have the footer. The next slide have the footer and the slide number. The third slide, which we have kept blank, also contains the footer. To stop your presentation, press Escape key. Now let us see how to add charts onto your presentation. As you know, charts and graphs are an effective way to present information to your audience. For creating charts, select the slide where you want the chart to appear. In the Insert tab, under the Illustrations group, click on Chart to open Insert Chart dialog box. Select the type of chart from the category list on the left, or simply scroll through the gallery on the right to view all the available charts. Once you have made your selection, click OK. The chart will appear on your slide. Excel will open as a split screen with the dummy data already filled in. Add your data and labels to the Excel spreadsheet and the chart will automatically update on your slide. When finished, click the cross button in the upper right hand corner of Excel to close the worksheet. To change to different chart type, select the chart, right click, you will get Change Chart Type. Select the different chart type and click OK. For changing values, select the chart. Under the Charts toolbar, you have the Design tab, Layout tab and Format tab. In the Design tab, under the Data group, you have the Edit Data option. Click on that. Excel will open in a split screen with your charts data. Change your data. As soon as your data is updated, your chart will automatically update it. When finished, then click on the cross button in the upper right hand corner of the Excel to close the worksheet. As a final step, you want to save your presentation. For that, go to the File tab, select Save. Change the location where you want to save your file and click Save. Your file is now saved. As a beginner, you now know about all what you want to know about PowerPoint. You now know the overall layout of a PowerPoint, how to insert a new slide, how to insert images and charts to your presentation, how to add animations to them, and how to add footers. You can go on and on by creating more slides to convey what you have to say to your audience. This is not the end of PowerPoint. I am leaving it to you to explore more about PowerPoint. Thank you.